Kyrie Irving was traded to the Dallas Mavs, which I wanted him to get reunited with LeBron, but I also didn't because I feel like LeBron is such a force that the sport itself is full of egomaniacal people. It's just natural, right? You make it to the NBA, you are special. And you're not going to be the most special person on any team that LeBron James is on. I don't care if he's 100. I feel like you still going to play. You're going to be backseat to 100-year-old LeBron. That's just me, and I am biased. I love him on and off the court. That said, him going to Dallas with Luka Doncic, I'm going to say it. They're probably going to make it to the NBA Finals. That's a nasty combination. Kyrie can carve his own, and he has to. Like, this is show and prove time. And it's interesting to me how this is all played out. Now, the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, the one stipulation, because Kyrie Irving had demanded a trade, was that he would not be traded to the Lakers. I don't know why. The Lakers not even in your league. But according to journalist Mark Stein, he reported that Joe Tsai, the owner, refused to send Kyrie to the Lakers to reunite him with LeBron James. Boo to him. Kyrie Irving might be one of the definitely top 5 guards in the league right now. This could be a game changer for Mark Cuban's Dallas Mavs. He tweeted out, pouring libations for all of the ancestors in the universe. See, we both respect the universe. I put the truth out in the universe. He respects and libations to the universe. Irving said, thank you for the guidance and assistance along this journey. I honor you and I love you. Blessings. Hela. I know that's not Henrietta Lacks. Can somebody tell me it's H-E with the accent mark over the E, L-A with the accent mark going in the opposite direction over the A. I'm ignorant right now because I do not know the origin of, and that's his Twitter handle now is Hela, and it's not Henrietta Lacks. I know it's not because that's what we call the Henrietta Lacks gene is Hela. This is not that. I know it's a reference to something ancient. I know it's a reference to something ancient and African, but I can't. And I could have called somebody, but I didn't because I know somebody knows this. Somebody in Nubia knows this. I know somebody, and I'm in the chat right now. He also sent love out to the Nets fans. He said, love and support on and off the court. I will forever be grateful. I got to live out my dream I had as a kid with y'all. It will always be love for me and my family. I don't know what this means other than Kevin Durant is trash. No, I'm just playing. I'm not a fan of his at all. Probably because he doesn't use lotion. I'm sure that's it. I'm sure I'm petty. I just feel like when he left the Oklahoma City team to go play with the Warriors, I lost all the respect I could have had for this man. Because you literally went to a team that won more games and, had broken a record the year before. And I was like, you're not showing your competitiveness. Like, to me, I'm such a competitive person. I would hate to play with a team that I could have beaten and go join them for a championship. I just felt like there was something really cheesy about that. And it's not the same as LeBron. So knock it off. That said, I wish Kyrie Irving all of the best. And I don't know. How do you feel, Renee?
Well, I mean, to be honest, Kyrie Irving sort of, I became aware of him after he wouldn't take the vaccination for COVID. And then that's when I was like, oh, who is this Kyrie Irving? But I went and looked so he's 30 years old. And I'm just curious, how long does the average NBA player, how long are you active? Because that's a tough game, up and down that court, however many times in 4 quarters. It is quarters, right? 4 quarters. Halves. I don't know. Somebody help me.
Yes. Well, college, I think, is halves. The NBA's quarters. Yes. Yeah. Well, he's 30.
But
that's young.
It is a hard game. It is a hard game.
No, it's not football. And LeBron is 38.
I don't mean hard game like that, but I mean, you have to have your lungs about you.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You're not getting hit necessarily, although shoot, they really are. But so 30, LeBron is 38, but we know he's special. Like, what is the average NBA player? How long do they play for?
It depends on how they take care of their body. I think they're playing longer and longer. Kyrie does have, like, Steph Curry's out indefinitely. Somebody rolled on his ankle and knee.
Yes.
And he's always had these fragile ankles. I don't know. He probably took some stem cells or something because he hasn't really had too many ankle ankle issues. And when he first came in the league, it was like every other step crossover was like an ankle problem.
Oh.
Kyrie's had his whole kneecap, I think, blown off early on. So, once your knees and back go, it's kind of, you ain't really getting those little tiny, the back is really crazy, but the knee joints, as somebody that knows personally what that feels like, it's a tough thing. I don't know what his long-term, prospects are. I know that he is a very talented player who's going through a spiritual awakening right before our eyes. And I brought up Mahmoud Abdul Rauf because he too, feels very, it reminds me like when you get indoctrinated into something and you become a crusader for it, like you're all sold out, nothing else matters. And it's almost like not a cerebral, I don't know. I think your mind and your spirit have to work in concert when you arrive at some new information. I think your brain has to come in at some point. It can't just be all how you feel. And I feel like they're both of them. He feels very similar in his movement right now, but we'll see how it plays out. I wish him luck.
Well, so how long is his contract or his deal or whatever with Dallas? I mean, do we know?
Somebody knows. I didn't really care enough to get into the details. I just knew he was traded. But I'm sure it's got to be.
He stays healthy. And you know what? I spent I cut my teeth in Dallas. So I was in Dallas a long time. So I'm very familiar with the Mavericks, although they weren't the Mavericks they are now. When I was there, they were the Mavericks.
They sucked.
Like a little M. They were like the ponies,
Right. They didn't get good until Dirk Nowitzki, right?
Yes, Dirk, him. And then they became a powerhouse. And then I left, and so good for them. Good on them.
So he was traded for somebody named Spencer Dinwiddie. The name alone just makes me laugh. Somebody else named Dorian Finney-Smith also went into the trade. I don't think the details have been put out. I'm looking now. According to nope, I don't know what the details. 8-time NBA All-Star requested the trade. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be at least a couple of years. Whatever's left on his contract.
Yeah.
And he said it wasn't about the money, but I think it was about the money too. So
and was there some bad blood there with Brooklyn then after the whole thing with okay, so he was like, I'm done here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, y'all gave me a 7-point plan that I had to. It felt very much like what they did with Mahmoud Rauf. I was like, no, because I was all like, yes, F Kyrie, but then they came out was like, no, you're gonna do these things and apologize. You gotta pay money. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. All he did was tweet out, y'all doing too much. What is this really about? That's when I was like, hold on, let me.
Right.
No, this is wrong. Y'all trying to make this man break under your will because he's not doing what you're not going to do this to another, not another. And because of public backlash, which didn't happen with Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, if we had just stood by him, all of them like Elijah Wan and everybody, like all of the men in the league rolled on him too. Like, I don't know, like they were so scared of their own, but if they had stuck together because they knew it was wrong, they knew what was happening to them was wrong, and they didn't say anything. And shout out to what's his name, Jalen Rose was in this documentary that I watched called Stand. So good, it was so good. And Shaquille O'Neal was there too. But you ain't speak up like this, Shaquille O'Neal, when you were in the league. Just saying. Everybody got something to say after the fact, but y'all let him get captured and lose his money.
Paychecks are getting signed, and I get it. But okay, well, we'll be watching